Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to today's edition of AM Whiskey. I'm Mark. This is Aaron. Santa Maria!
Yeah.
What in the...
We got a big boy here.
Is it really already allocation season?
It is allocation season. And one of the releases that I look forward to the most, I think is one of the most consistent LEs that comes out every year, is Four Roses. And this is a 2024 Four Roses limited edition.
This small batch. 100 and what?
108.2.
Yeah, so 54.1. It's about normal.
It is a 7% OBSV 20-year bourbon.
That's almost as old as me.
Yeah. 39% OESF 16-year. 23% OESK 15-year. And a 31% OBSV 12-year. So the predominant is, it's like 61% the low rye mash bill, which is 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley, and 38% the high rye mash bill, 60% corn, 35% rye, 5%.
That's that OESK or OB.
Barley. Those are the two OB. The OBSV is the high rye mash bills that are in here.
Yeah.
A 20-year and a 12-year.
Okay, so the oldest and youngest.
Yeah. And then the OE is a K and an F, with F being the highest amount.
Yeah, and K is
39.
the spicy one. I think F is one of the fruity ones.
So
that's awesome.
It's,
Well, we've been privileged to have 22 and 23. Thanks to a supporter, we're getting to try the 24. This one isn't actually our bottle, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
It sounds like you already sniffed it.
This is one where you can pretty much smell it coming out of the glass from a ways away.
It is true.
I am getting some green apple right up front. It's nice fruitiness.
Mm-hmm.
Good wood backing there. Just nice, dry, sweet oak it smells.
Right behind the green apple, I'm getting like a brown sugar, and then you can almost smell like creaminess.
Yeah.
And then
I can see that.
like this isn't running down my glass. It's like there's this line built around my glass and this like
just stuck there.
build up. Yeah.
It just makes.
Oh, I do love the apple on this though.
Yeah, it's got a nice fruitiness to it. This seems like it's going to be a little lighter and fruitier on the palate. So,
Which is a little different than previous years of the LE release from Four Roses.
we'll see. But this has also got a nice 20-year in here, so I'm expecting some oak.
Oh yeah. Well, I think so. Aaron said this earlier, right? Four Roses is an offering, an LE we look forward to each year, and he said they were consistent, and he's right. They're consistently excellent. But I think each of the years that I've had, each one is unique, right? They're never the same year over year, and each of them completely different journey.
That's a special whiskey. That's a special whiskey.
That's a crap ton of apple bomb.
I got a lot of apple, and then that brown sugar that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. And then a real slow, tongue tingly, right in the middle of my tongue, as the wood and spice kind of ride out on the finish. And what's funny is I still got the wood and the apple going on my palate.
Yeah, it's still going. You know me, I'm usually fairly quick at going back for that second sip, but this is sitting here. To me, predominantly sweet on that first go around.
Mm-hmm.
Right up front, got some of those fruits, like you said. I got that brown sugar, and then it just rode out to the side and back of my tongue with some sweet oak. Definitely not over oaked. The oak is not going to be your predominant note here. It was kind of a fruit forward sweetness.
Yeah, no, agreed. Like this is the at least from my experiences, this is probably the sweetest Four Roses I think I've ever had. You praying over there? You look like you're praying.
Got more of the oak on that one. Mid palate got a little bit of spice.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Second sip, the
Little
spice
cinnamon.
shows up. Yeah.
But still, just that beautiful sweetness up front. The mouthfeel on this is really good. Like, you taste this and you're like, okay, this is a special whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Now, this bottle did just get opened yesterday. We did pour it earlier. It's got about 45 minutes to an hour worth of air. Wanted to try and get some air to it, because one thing I've noticed with some of these releases is you get some oxygen in here, give this bad boy 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Month.
It's probably
It's-
going to round out a little bit more. Some of those other notes are going to come through, and I feel like it'll add some depth and complexity to it. But even right off the get-go here, this is a special whiskey, and it's good.
I'm on my third sip, and the transition to the oak and spice is now just getting a little bit quicker. Like at least right now for the journey, the sweet dominance is starting to die down a little bit more, but now there's a lot more of the spice and oak backer that's kind of going into the finish for me.
Oh, and it's such an easy drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Such an easy drinking whiskey.
Yes, this is 108 proof. This is completely crushable.
You could convince me that this was a 90 proof whiskey. Like, as far as just how easy to drink it is, it's way more flavorful than most 90 proof whiskeys.
That's the part that would probably give it away.
But as far, I mean, there's no ethanol on the palate at all. You do get a little bit of burn here, but
Well, you know what's really weird is, you know how some whiskeys give you the tongue tinglies? I'm not getting the tongue tinglies, but there's like a light tongue tingly sensation in the middle portion,
little
on
bit
the
of
top of my tongue.
effervescence.
Yeah, on the top of my tongue. It's definitely
Yeah,
got that going on.
I think this is kind of a fruit forward batch to me right now.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the predominant note. It is leaning sweet. A lot of times Four Roses leans pretty spicy because of that higher rye content. This is actually leaning fairly sweet.
I've always found the LEs to be really, really well rounded.
Really well balanced.
Yeah, like they'll have that spice, but it isn't like, like Small Batch Select or some of the other single barrels you can get that are really can be spice dominant.
Yeah.
Especially the B recipes.
Yeah. Well, and I think. Yeah.
This is a really great job of blending.
Yeah, I think this is very well balanced. There is a little bit of everything. Again, you get that sweetness up front, get some spice and that mid palate, and then it builds into a nice oak note towards the back. It's good.
It's really good.
I am thinking I might. I think I'm gonna go a 9-1.
So I'm gonna go 9-0.
Okay.
9-0.
Okay.
Not 9-9, just 9-0. It's in the
Curious the way you flash
exceptional.
those fingers.
I know.
I don't know.
I've never given anything a 9-9, but I know. I think the highest I ever gave anything was like a 9.7 or a 96. 9-0. It is in the exceptional tier. I think it's drinking better than it drank the other day when we had it.
Again, I'm curious if we
a month or two.
if
think
we
it's
get
even
to
better.
have this in our end of the year blind. I'm curious how that would end up after being open for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll get a little bit more complex, add some richness to it, and I think it might jump up a little bit.
I would agree.
Well, thank you for joining us in this review of Four Roses Limited Edition Small Batch 2024.
Keep the whiskey flowing.
Cheers.
God damn, is this good?
So good.